It's time, once again, to join the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers for Paratalk. A wide-ranging, open discussion covering everything from UFOs to psychic phenomena, cryptozoology to paranormal encounters. Do you have a question? Or perhaps you have an experience to share? Email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. That's 865-264-0448. And now, here's your host, Stephen Brown, with fellow ETGS members Steve Wiseman, Andrea Brown, Jesse Arms, Elsie Adams, and me, Mike Howard. Sit back, relax, and open your mind. It's time for Paratalk.
Hello, and welcome to Paratalk. It is Saturday, March 9th. And how are you, Andrea?
Lovely. And how are you, Stephen?
I have been stressed today.
Stressed?
Yeah.
You don't say.
I do say. I just did.
Don't say that.
What? I do say?
I'm confused now.
You were born confused.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, we're not alone tonight.
No, we're not.
Oh my God.
I know, I'm so excited.
And it's no one in the team.
I know, which, y'all are so losing out on this one.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean that this person may never be in the team.
That's true. Oh, it might happen.
It may happen. Who knows? So, tonight, we have your cousin,
Yes.
Amy.
Hi, Amy.
What's up, Amy?
Hello.
Yay. Welcome, Amy. Yay.
So, today you had a little experience.
It was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
We had a
Andrea and I
road
took
trip.
road trip, yeah.
Road trip. That was a long road trip, wasn't it?
Not really.
I mean, for a one-day trip, that was just, because it was more driving than anything. But it was fun.
It was fun.
I
We got to
mean,
catch up a lot.
Seriously,
awesome.
It's been forever. And we needed some much-needed girl time. And
Yeah. It's only ever weddings, funerals, and graduations that
Yes.
we see each other lately.
I
so.
know. So this was a very just well-accepted change.
Awesome.
Very different experience.
That's true. Pretty much for both of us. Because I've not necessarily been a part of a more quote-unquote professional take on this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a part of...
Don't call me a professional.
quote-unquote.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a professional.
But it was, the experience was awesome. And, I think it was well-received.
I think we did good things today.
I do too. It was good. And so we had a residence contact us, and they weren't necessarily wanting an investigation. They knew they were having activity going on, and there's a lot of kids involved.
Okay, so, time
Lot
out.
of kids.
Yes.
Let's just say what's going on. We
Well,
were
I was getting
contacted.
to
I
that.
know. We were contacted, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. It's about,
Yeah, about
it's
2
about
weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago.
By another one of your cousins asking for someone in the field for help with a house cleansing because they've been experiencing all kinds of negative activity in their house, and there's how many kids involved?
7.
42 kids involved. So,
it's a house full, but
Yeah.
they manage. They do.
so you reach out on Facebook, do a post, and like
The
4.2 seconds later,
Seriously.
It wasn't. It was a little longer than that,
Okay,
like
5.
a minute.
5 seconds.
but we got a ahem comment.
Which, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes. I knew that you did this stuff. But in my defense, I was trying to think of somebody more centrally located to
the Nashville area.
the Nashville area. Not even thinking about doing a road trip. because I'm not wild and crazy like that. I have to plan this stuff. But we ended up planning it.
Yeah, we planned it and we had a great time.
Absolutely. But, we originally, because I was really thinking maybe somebody in the Middle Tennessee area, which we did get a couple more responses, and we really thank everybody that did reach out. But, I've known Amy for a long time.
A really long time.
Yeah, a really long time.
I've known Amy for
That's
a long
true.
time.
You've known
I've
Amy for
longer than you have.
That's true. That is true.
Let's not talk about parties in the bad old days.
But, as soon as Amy reached out and was, like, hello, what about me? I was like, well, yeah, but I just didn't know if you wanted to travel that far. So.
It's really not that far, though.
Well, now that I know that you actually have family that,
A lot of family down
seriously, she's like, oh, and over there's my cousin, and over there. Which, by the way, did you know there's a castle out there? There's a castle. I saw a castle.
You saw a castle?
Yes.
It's a real castle.
It's a real freaking castle on top of a rock mountain.
Really?
Yes. And they have a medieval
Renaissance festival every May. Every weekend in May.
We're so going.
Best one you'll ever go to because it's on actual castle grounds. You can tour the castle. The castle is a home. My uncle used to do all their landscaping. It's really awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was raining, so I couldn't get a perfect view of it, except on the way back was a little bit clearer. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah. So we got to go.
Very cool.
So anyway, yeah, finding out that you have so many, so much family out that way and, you're used to that drive, I was like, oh, well, okay, let's do it. So that's kind of like led us into this particular podcast because we are interested and we think a lot of people would be interested in knowing, what you do, what you have done, your experiences, what got you into it, all that fun stuff.
And before we do that,
yes,
Amy.
Yes.
You remember right before we started the podcast, and Andrea was making fun of me for talking with my hands.
I was not making fun of him. I was just simply telling you that during an interview, he had to stand with his hands like this because
you were a little bit making fun of him, and you're talking with your hands a whole lot.
Oh no, I talk with my hands all the time. I was doing it in the car.
I know,
but my making fun of him was more on the You know what?
You know what? Let's take a quick little break, and then we'll come back and we'll get started with what got Amy interested in all this stuff. We'll be back.
So many people spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on that perfect infrared camera, hoping to catch that epic paranormal shot or simply to document their nighttime escapades, only to pair it up with an IR illuminator that gives off a hotspot in the center of the frame and performs subpar for their camera's capabilities. We did the same thing. Let me save you some time and money spent on multiple IR lights with one name, Deadlight. Created from the minds of Josh Bender and Justin Brown, who are also paranormal investigators, the Deadlight is the elite light to add to your camera arsenal. We have tested the Deadlight and illuminated areas up to 300 feet away. Did I mention these lights are built like a tank? Super durable and sturdy construction. Josh builds each Deadlight to meet your needs and is in constant contact during the building process. So forget the other lights out there and go straight to the best. You can check out the complete line of Deadlights on Facebook at Deadlight LLC. Justin and Josh are constantly exploring new features to add to the Deadlights. ETGS will never use another light in the field, simply because nothing else compares. Get your Deadlight today and you too can light up the night.
You're listening to Paratalk. If you have a question or an experience to share, email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. And now, back to Paratalk.
Okay, we are back. And I can't help but brag on you.
Me?
Your little bumper there. Not the one you carry behind you, but the one you did there.
Funny.
I thought it was funny. But you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And I've heard from Josh, and he thinks it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, that makes me happy.
Yeah. Did a
At
really
least
good
I've
job.
done my job in making him proud.
You did.
Good. Thank you.
And the producer.
Unbelievable.
The
I'm
producer
telling
was on
you.
top of his freaking game.
A game all the time.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Self-promote.
Yeah.
Y'all are funny. Cracking
Hail
me
to the
up.
king, baby.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start the first question, and we can bounce back and forth, Andrea, and just pound her with questions. All right.
All right. Go.
So, did you experience something at an early age to get you interested in the paranormal field, or what drug you that way?
It's really something I was born into. My great-grandmother was Cherokee, and she had visions, she had sight. She would always know. Here I am saying a million times.
It's okay. It's okay. We're all.
She would always know when someone in the family had died. When my grandfather was about 5 or 6, her sister, Aunt Madge, had passed away, and they lived a few hundred miles apart. So he didn't know until his mom said, I need you to go use the phone, call Aunt Madge's house. Something's happened. She's passed away. And he was 5 or 6. He was like, what? What do you mean? So she had him put on his clothes and go, because she was taking care of the baby, his baby brother. And he made the phone call from wherever the phone was, the neighbor's house or whatever, and found out that indeed she had passed away. She'd had a heart attack and passed in her sleep. And it's just something that's been passed down. That whole side of my family is gifted in a variety of ways, with the exception of those who have been taught out of it, trained that it's not real. So it's just in my family, we don't teach that it's not real.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, maybe when you're to the little kids, so they're not afraid to walk down the hall in the middle of the night. But I don't know. I guess where I've experienced so much, I don't see why because I'm not going to tell the boys
Right.
that it's not real, because I'm not going to lie to them, because, I have seen a lot of shit and I know it's real. Mm-hmm. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my family, we were taught to talk to them. Just they're people that have passed, and maybe they need something, maybe they want something, maybe they're just saying hi, or maybe they don't know you're here. So we were taught not to be fearful.
Yeah, we've had that great debate a couple of times, like not on the podcast, but just amongst the team. The whole thoughts on whether they know we're here, or do they see us as a ghost to them. Mm-hmm. Do they hear us talking and maybe they're carrying on the conversation? That's how we catch the EVPs.
Right.
It's kind of like, is that veil, of them us not seeing them and them not seeing us, or, do we see each other in the same way?
Right. And I think that we do, depending on where you're at. Mm-hmm. I think that in some areas of the world, that veil is very thin, mm-hmm. and in other areas it's like lead.
Right.
I think that there are areas where a lot of trauma has happened, or a lot of drama has happened, where it's scarred the area. I think those are the areas where you can primarily see spirits and communicate with them a lot easier than you can, like, sitting in your house.
Right.
Because I don't think we're ever alone.
No. No. I don't think, whatever the case may be, whether it be a guardian angel. I do believe in guardian angels. I believe that, we do have, there are angels around us that are there to protect us. But I think that there's a lot more.
Mine's worn out, just saying.
Is it sitting like this?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Why do this? Not again. But I think there's a lot more, that there's, because we have been taught, a lot of people have been taught to ignore it, to, play it off as our imagination, whatever the case may be. I can't think, most everybody has experienced something. They have felt something, that they can't explain. But I don't think we're alone, regardless.
No, and I think the people that do experience stuff and are still the skeptic, part of me thinks that they don't want to recognize what it actually is because deep down they're afraid.
Oh, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
fear is just a huge fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
It's just a huge thing.
I agree. I think that people who have seen or experienced something and then still deny the veracity of it are just afraid to admit that they don't know everything.
Yeah.
That, oh my gosh, there's this whole other world out there that I don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
And the possibility that they themselves have been the one to say, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. And then they turn around and experience it, and then they're like, nah, that was just a trick of the light, or...
Yeah, that's not real. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Somebody set that up.
It's there's always something that because they themselves have been, they've ingrained in their own mind that it's not real. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
It's like EVPs that we've got, like especially the one at Waverly with the little girl saying, "Can you help me?" I've played that for people, and they're like, "Are you sure no one was talking?" I'm like, "No, we were walking upstairs out of breath. We're not going to be talking."
see, and my favorite. That was a good one, but
But I did it.
I did
That's
it, 'cause it
that's
was-
your favorite because you heard that.
that was
one.
mine.
That was your disembodied.
That
voice
was
that you
my
heard.
disembodied voice. That was like, oh my gosh, that just happened. That was my
Yeah.
very first disembodied voice that I'd heard, and it was clear as freaking day.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, very clear.
But so I know that you've not done public cleansings, but how many cleansings have you done?
Oh gosh. At least a couple dozen in my life.
Okay.
That not counting my own house.
Right. Yeah. She cleanses every month. We should probably consider that.
Yeah. Just stay away from my haunted artifacts. Those don't need to be cleansed.
That's out in the garage.
There are some
Oh.
things
No,
that you
no, there's
don't,
something right here.
Oh, what have you
Yeah.
got? What you got?
Spikes from the railroad system at Hellsbar Dam when they were building the dam.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they actually washed up on the shore, and one of the guys there gave it to me.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
Spikes don't generally wash up on the shore
No.
without help, though.
yeah,
Some
Especially as heavy
rock
as they
in
are.
that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm sad that I never got to go with you guys.
the chance may be out there again.
because they're out of there.
Yeah.
and so someone new will be taking the spot,
Yay!
and yeah, we plan to
We'll
make our
get you in there
presence
because
known.
I'm interested to see what you pull out of it. We have had a medium.
Yeah, we had Buffy with us.
And
it overwhelmed her.
She got slammed.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was to the point where she was arguing with. I mean, to us, she was arguing with the dead air, but she was like,
I mean, she was stressing.
"Oh gosh,
Like we
It
had
was-
to take her out of the building.
it was fierce."
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just to
I mean-
let her chill. I mean, she was crying.
Yeah.
She was upset. I mean,
I would be very
was
interested
intense.
to see, because you do have sight.
I had something.
You feel. I mean, you have skills, and I would be interested to see how you come out of it.
I was gonna say I have sight when I wear glasses.
Which is rarely.
Yeah,
He's blind normally. So, like, what is your technique? I mean, do you go in and fill the place out to see if it's necessary?
Yeah. I like to go in and like take a tour like we did today and see through their eyes what they're talking about and determine what really needs to be done. Because sometimes you just need a good smudge. And sometimes you need what we did today with the smudging and the salt and the cascarilla and some prayer. And because I don't know if you caught that on tape or not, or recorded that or not, but there was prayer involved.
Well, I did do a recording, so I'm hoping to get that reviewed.
Tape. That just says how old I am. Caught that on tape.
Yeah.
God, I'm old.
It's okay.
When I first started doing this, I recorded everything to tape. So there were no digital recorders.
Yeah. You're old too.
Yeah. Thanks,
We're just
Amy.
the geezers.
Thanks, Amy.
I think I'm actually older than you, so don't feel bad.
No,
Yeah. 45.
I'm 45.
Oh.
When was your birthday?
July 10th, 73.
Okay, so you're actually a little older than me.
Oh. See.
So you're the geezer in the room. That's okay.
Ow! What, you getting the fart needles again, Dad? Never mind what I'm getting.
He gets those sometimes.
Sometimes. Comes with age.
So, like, for those who aren't familiar, what is the cascadia?
Cascarilla?
Yeah, cascarilla.
So
Sorry.
cascarilla is actually, it's something that goes back to voodoo. It's something that's used primarily in voodoo. Most people use it. It's a powder made out of eggshells. So you clean your eggshells and then you powder them, which is fun.
Like
I enjoy
mortar
it.
and pestle.
Yeah. You can do it that way. You can do it if you have like a coffee grinder that you don't use for anything but herbs or whatever. You can do it that way. I'm a mortar and pestle person because I like to, as I'm doing the work, put my intent into it. And the eggshell itself is a symbol of protection. Oh, I'm hitting the mic.
It's okay.
The eggshell itself is a symbol of protection because it protects what's inside it. So we combined that with the salt today and did a ring around the outside of the house to kind of keep everything out. Before that, pardon me, we did the smudge and we went through every room, every closet, every nook, every cranny, because I think that people don't pay attention to the corners enough.
Right.
And negative energy can gather in the corners.
Yeah, hide. They're just going to run from you.
I mean, and you've seen several, I guess, remakes, TV shows, where you see the dark shadows usually are creeping up in the corners.
Yeah, up
You
in the
know.
corners or down in the corners or
mean,
even under the bed
Because
sometimes.
you just don't think about that. You're looking at the walls or whatever.
Insidious.
Yes.
Yeah. That big black bastard that was up in the
Yeah, that was
corner.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that you are a Christian, and what other things have you studied that have kind of opened you up a little bit more?
Oh gosh. I have studied voodoo. I've studied hoodoo. I've studied Wiccanism, also known as the old religion, which is what I prefer to call it, or witchcraft, depending on who you're talking to. Hindu, Buddhism, just if it's out there, pretty much I've studied it. Taoism, which I didn't find, I mean, it's useful for some things, but not when
Right.
you're dealing with spiritual stuff of this nature.
Right.
I've just studied a lot of stuff. I'm a nerd. I feel like if it's out there, you need to learn it.
This is why I love her.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
I'm full of useless knowledge.
Yeah.
My favorite kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely useless
Do you
knowledge.
Great for trivia nights.
Do you remember my cousin Trevor?
I'm not sure.
No. I call Trevor a book of useless knowledge because Trevor reads and watches anything and everything.
Yeah,
And
same.
he retains it all. And how he does that with his background, retains it all, I have no
How is
idea.
there space up in there?
Yeah. How is there anything up in there?
Oh, that's mean.
No, for real. I mean, I used to torture that child growing up.
Oh, so it's your fault.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
He
yeah.
ran to books to get away from what's in his head that you put there.
You're so mean, Stephen. God.
No, it was physical abuse. It wasn't anything.
Oh, in that case, you're such a sweetie
Yeah.
Just physical abuse.
Yeah.
It's
for
okay.
maintaining the mentality of him.
But I mean, no, that's how he is. He retains everything that he reads, and like he'll watch, the History Channel and Discovery and all that, and everything he retains. I mean, like Andrea's seen him in action recite like full poems, like
Poems I've never heard of, and he's
Yeah,
reciting these
he's-
things, and I'm thinking, I don't know what you're talking about, but man, that's awesome.
That's freaking pretty,
He's got an eidetic memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I did it.
awesome.
Yeah, identical
Whatever.
memory. Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
Sheldon.
Sheldon. He's Sheldon.
He has a Sheldon memory.
Dr. Spencer Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. I wish I could retain everything, but at the same time, I'm really glad I don't, because some of this
yeah.
stuff just doesn't need to be there.
Right.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that just,
Don't need
All
to
those
be
trashy novels I read when I was like a teenager.
yeah.
Don't need
just
that.
Don't need that anymore.
there. Throw a hip
Discord.
out like
Yeah. phone numbers from before we had cell phones. Don't need that.
Who needs
Yeah.
phone numbers?
that. I remember my old phone numbers from back then.
I do too. I still remember my family's. Like, my
I remember
parents.
one of mine because we moved a whole lot, and my grandparents, I remember theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, nothing. I can't even tell you what my kids' phone numbers are. I have to look them up.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I know them pretty much until the last digit because they're one number off, and I'm like, okay, whose is this one? Whose is this one?
I know one of them is what, 8 and 1 6?
9.
Okay.
8,
Yeah.
9.
See, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Call
6, 9.
Xander.
It's the same thing.
Call
there you go.
Hayden.
There
Yeah.
you go. Call Laura. Call Audrey.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care. Just call one of them.
Yeah.
Neither one of them's going to answer. Got to text them anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. Why are you bothering to call?
Exactly. So,
So, dealing with the stuff today, was this a different kind of feel, or have you experienced anything like this in the past from other cleansings?
I've experienced stuff very similar to this, and this was really strong, though. This was, there was an area in the hallway next to the closet where just the force of the energy made my heart race. I mean, I have heart palpitations on occasion anyway. I have a slight murmur, but just standing there made me feel like I was having an anxiety attack. And it went away once I acknowledged it, but she already had cold chills. She had chicken skin going on.
it was crazy because she was like, oh, like we had got there and we stopped and, she started talking to us about what was going on right there. And as soon, like, you stopped and you were like, oh gosh, you kind of clutched your chest. And I was like, oh, I got cold chills. Like, it was just like immediate. And then you walk away and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But that corner was just insane.
That corner was pretty intense. In their bedroom, in the master bedroom, I really didn't, there wasn't anything there. And I think that is manifesting when she's thinking
Right.
a lot, because it's coming from the family.
coming from within.
Yeah, it's not got a soul of its own.
Right.
So it's something that they have to be.
And she was claiming,
Working on.
that she would see a blob, or like I know she originally described it as like a
The homeowner.
yes. I don't want to give out the name,
Right. Yeah, that's why I said the homeowner.
but and she originally had kind of described it like a squid-like or a spider or a blob, and sometimes it's mini blobs.
Yeah. Well, what I saw was it's still a blob, but it's like it's got a lot of tentacles, like thousands of them. If I could draw, I'd draw it for
It's
you,
like
Stephen.
a tentacle for each worry, or tentacle for each stress. That's
Yes.
just kind of
and there's so many, as a mother, and then as a mother of so many, you have so many daily stresses and daily struggles, and as women we tend to put all of that aside until we lay down at night, and then we lay there and think until we can sleep, or we wake up and start thinking again, and you're thinking about Quit looking at me like that, Stephen.
No, I'm just listening.
You're a guy. You're snoring
He's
within 5
listening.
minutes.
I already said it. No, that's me.
Yeah.
I think about it, and then it's like,
No.
I envy you.
Yeah, no, I'm the
But-
one that's up all night.
Well-
thinking. Yeah.
Okay, well then you lay there
Role
and you
reversal
dwell
here.
on everything,
Yeah.
and that's what this has formed out of. This blob is all the negative thoughts and negative energy and just the times
Daily
that they're in a bad
turmoils.
place. Yes, and they as a family they've been through a whole lot. They've been through a whole lot and a whole lot of bad, and it's time for them to turn it around. So we gave them some advice on how they can turn that around, and basically just make their house a happy space, because well, we all need our happy space.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Totally
thought that, you gave great advice in that aspect of creating. Yes.
do. Good job.
You
Amy.
did. I was very proud of you.
Thank you.
But in creating that positive space, in creating the positive vibes, that was, especially for teenagers. And I think we all really could benefit, even if we're not really experiencing that type of activity. I think doing those steps, which are basically, stop. When you're feeling down, angry, whatever, you stop. You think of 3 happy things, 3 positive things. You think about those, and you put that focus, that energy on those. And the dancing thing was awesome.
I mean, I can't dance. I have no rhythm. Never have. My dad could dance. My mom could dance. I didn't get it. My whole family, my husband and my kids, they've all got rhythm. Not me. I don't care. I dance anyway. I'm like Phoebe when she's running and she's just
Yeah.
flailing.
I love it.
That's me. But if you're having a good time as a family, you're putting off nothing but positive vibes. So if they can sit down together and enjoy a meal together and talk about their 3 positive things around the table, whether they've had a good day or a bad day, just each of them name something, 3 positive things each. And even in the moment when they realize that they're having a terrible moment, stop and find 3 things that they're thankful for and dwell on those for a few minutes. If you can do that, you're going to raise the positivity level in your house. And if you can throw on the music that you like the best, or that your whole family can agree on, if there is any.
Right.
With that many people, there may not be any. But if you can throw on some music and all dance and get goofy together, that is nothing but positive energy.
Right.
And it's going to help get rid of that blob. It's going to be gone before they know it.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of those things that takes time, but it's time well spent.
Yeah. No, that's very
Because
good advice. Very good advice.
and like I said, even if you're not experiencing that kind of stuff, that's good. It's good. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
It's just because it just keeps it away. Why not just start from now at this point in your life? Even if you're not experiencing anything, you're not having a bad day, just go ahead and start thinking of 3 positive things, 3 things you're thankful for.
Yep.
And I think the world would be much happier.
Even if it's just that you found like the right shade of lipstick, or you got the perfect wing on your liner, or
got a
you
great
trimmed your
park.
beard right, or whatever.
Or I got a great parking spot, or I didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody today.
Grapes
It was
were on
great.
sale.
There you go. I had cake today. It's a positive.
Like real cake?
No, that
Oh,
corn
the
cake.
cake I made. Okay. I was like, wait,
It was
what?
delicious.
It was so
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Yeah. The keto cake.
But that's just good advice overall, and I think that they're going to take that advice and work with it, and I think that'll be really good for
I hope so.
them.
They were really nice, but I hope we never have to go.
Yeah, I mean,
do this
not
again.
for those reasons. I
Yeah.
wouldn't, I'll take that trip again, definitely, but not.
I mean, I'll definitely go back if they need
yeah,
to. But
yeah. I mean, and that's one thing that we stand for as a team, anyway, is that
We will keep going back.
we
Yeah.
never just leave somebody high and dry.
No.
We make sure the job is done, and make sure that everybody's happy.
That's good. I can't stand those people who go out and stir up shit and then leave.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
poke,
ridiculous.
poke, poke, and run.
Yeah.
We're going to summon a demon and y'all have a good night now.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually had to go in and play cleanup
Yeah.
behind that before. So,
And it's just,
That's just bad.
it is.
That's bad for them.
That
So-
mojo for the people that poked.
Yeah.
so have you ever done like a full-blown paranormal investigation before?
I have not. I have been. I've been on tours and that sort of stuff. I went last summer, end of summer, to Charleston with my daughter and two of her best friends, and we toured the jail. We were the last tour of the night, which was pretty awesome. They gave us a little extra time, a little extra stories, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
When I walked out of there, I had a scratch that went all the way across my stomach.
Really?
Yeah. One of the guys that was with us was so freaked out. I really, there's one room that you go into where they want to show you how dark it was. And they turn off all the flashlights. They're like, put your phones away, no lights, please. And poor Poe. He was so scared. I was so tempted. I could tell he was nervous the whole time, but I really wanted to just reach out and go, boo.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I didn't, because he was terrified the whole time, because
Right.
something had touched him in another room, and he didn't say anything to us. He was just living in his own fear. And when we got out, he was like, I am never doing anything like that again.
Wow.
But we got I got one really great picture that's got someone or something in the background of the two girls, and it was not there when I took the picture.
You'll have to share that on our page.
I'll
If
have
you
to
can
find
find
it. It's buried in my phone somewhere.
Yeah, well, when you find it, share it on our page. We love it when people put stuff like that on
Oh,
our
yeah.
page.
Absolutely. But it was a great time. But I've never been on a formal investigation, and every time
Yet.
Oh, I have an
every
idea.
time you guys have something come up that you're doing, I'm working.
Yeah.
So
Well, I want to hit on one thing real quick, and because it's in conjunction with your story there, when the guys made you turn off all the lights and everything. When we did the tours and they had the events at Hell's Bar, when you'd go through the tunnel system, it was, I don't know, 100, 150 yards long.
It's a long tunnel.
okay.
And we'd get in the middle, and I'd be like, okay, everybody turn off your lights. And turn off your lights. You cannot see your hand in front of your face at all.
Yeah.
And like we would go, because Jeff, the guy that was there, he would walk the tunnels with no flashlight and put his fingers on the wall.
Oh, wow.
And walk the tunnels.
Yeah.
So we tried that the first time we tried. We got to where we could do it.
Yeah, eventually.
I
Yeah.
would fall over my own feet
Yeah.
and die.
Well, the first time we
saying.
did it, we're walking and I'm thinking, shit, we're doing good.
This is
Yeah.
awesome. We're so far.
And then Jeff turns his light on at the end of the tunnel.
We
And
were
I was
like not even halfway.
we went like 40 feet.
Because you're like baby steps, so you don't trip.
Yeah.
But
I would absolutely. I'm a klutz. I would absolutely
Hey,
trip over my own feet and die.
There was
Doesn't
one,
mean I won't try it if given the chance.
Right.
There was one night I did land in a culvert.
Yes, you did.
And
Well, it was a little, it was
Nice.
just a little ditch line.
It was a little like water like drainage. It wasn't huge,
no,
but it was deep enough to where my whole foot went in up to my ankle.
And it
It
was-
was so cold.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I took my sock and shoe off, and luckily they had one of those air dryers in the bathroom. So I'm like trying to dry my socks out and dry my
Nice.
shoes. Oh, it was bad. It was so cold.
Okay, now on to part 2.
Okay. I don't
So-
even know what it is.
No, because it just came to me.
Oh, that's scary.
Yes.
He's
I'm
got a very
worried.
pleased look on his
Yeah,
face.
I do.
Should I be
So,
concerned?
no.
Okay.
So there's a home that we've been to twice, I think, maybe 3 times. I can't remember.
I'd answer you, but I don't know what you're talking about.
In Kodak.
Hold on. Oh, that one.
Yes.
Sorry, I had
Not
to.
the trailer you told me about?
No.
Okay,
No. No.
There were
I,
some stories along the way on the road trip.
Because I'm not down for that.
yeah,
Nope.
I don't think I've ever seen peanut butter at this place. But
She told me about that. Oh my god.
Okay, but
So anyway,
so
yeah, that house.
My dog loves peanut butter, and I'll never be able to look at it again.
But so this house we've been to a couple times, and
That's actually a really good idea.
when we get done here, I'm gonna show you a video.
Okay, cool.
That the owner sent me, that blew my shit, and it was the day after our last investigation there.
Okay.
And
That'd be a
I think
good
that would be a
place.
good place for you to go in, and you could do the full-on investigation with us, and
'Cause
then
seriously,
and then do a cleansing.
There are times that we are
before we leave.
stumped.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm up for
We're
whatever.
waiting for a dry weekend.
yeah.
So it might be
So-
another couple
Yeah,
years.
because there's a spring house. back-
2022, maybe?
That is the exact date I
Yeah,
gave.
that is. I mean,
no
that-
shit, that is the exact date I gave. But,
Yeah. There's
an old spring house back behind the house, and I want to get in there because I feel drawn.
everybody feels drawn.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, seriously.
right, but I was the first one that
Well-
was like, I have got to get in there.
Do you feel drawn because
'Cause
you
I feel-
haven't been able to get in
no,
there, or you
no,
just feel
because
like you're
I've
being
been
pulled?
in there.
you've been in there.
Yeah, I went
But-
back there, but it was piss pouring rain. And it's a metal roof, and you can't do an EVP session in that. Because,
Right.
It's
But
loud.
there's been reports of, I guess, audio stating that she comes from the water. There
Yeah,
is a
we've got some-
creek, or there's there's water around there.
We've got some awesome evidence right now
Oh, yeah.
that we'll talk with you about when we get done here.
But I think that would be a
Yeah.
good one, because I think you'd be able to feel what we are trying to get through to. I think it'd be a good one for you.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, for real.
I
It's
can't
a
wait
good
to see
one.
this video.
Yeah,
It's pretty freaky.
yeah, and then,
Yeah.
but the freakiest part is the evidence that we uncovered, and we're not talking about it yet.
Uncovered?
You did.
Me.
Yeah.
Don't be gloating now.
Oh, no.
Come on now.
I'm so glad because this was good.
It's very good.
We'll have to
It's very good.
once we get full on evidence, and
Yeah.
we'll announce it to everybody else.
Well, see, and I'm going to talk to the owner about doing, because I've got probably 20 hours of video right now of this location about putting together a video for our Facebook and YouTube,
Awesome.
because
It's
it's
interesting.
yeah, it would make a great video.
Cool.
Oh, we have a dog whining. What's he doing?
And a cat trying to get in the door.
Oh, I started to say, because I was like, they're both looking at the door. I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
We
it's-
did not bring anything home with us.
That's good.
Just saying.
I feel perfectly safe and comfortable with you.
No. Oh, let me.
If
That's good because I don't bite.
That's
at
not,
least
Unless you
hard.
ask me to.
that's not what I've heard.
I said unless you ask me to.
Okay.
Jeez.
I mean, she didn't complain while I was driving, so we're good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't complain when
we
you
came
drive.
we came back safe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh gosh, that rain on the way back.
Ugh, yeah.
Did you guys have run into a storm?
Oh.
Like lightning and all that?
It was
Buckets of water from the sky.
yeah. It was while we were in the house. It was thundering. Of course, I was like, "That's a big truck." They're like, "It's light or it's thunder," and I'm like, "Oh, it is. It's pretty loud."
It was kind of freaking your cousin out, though.
It was because it was just one of those perfect
perfect-
timing, perfect
Yeah.
storm
The
type
perfect
thing. And plus, we were getting tornado watches like ding, ding,
Well,
ding,
yeah,
ding.
it's
So,
flat there, so.
I really wanted to, when we were done, I just really wanted to say, this house is clean.
oh god,
Should have.
this house is clean.
I totally have that on my phone.
I can imagine
That
that you
sound wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd been perfect.
do. Well, if
I
the,
couldn't do it. I
by the
couldn't.
time-
she's
by-
just kind of nervous.
she
So.
is, she's ready to just be done with all this, and plus the kids were there. And
Well, hopefully now it'll be a
I
different
think it'll
feeling
be
for
fun.
them. And,
I mean-
they'll be able to rest, and kids won't be afraid to go to the bathroom, and they'll close the door when they go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
that, so.
pooping with the door closed.
The teenager won't have to be afraid of her closet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a little wild.
You know that's intense, if a teenager's afraid of their
yeah.
closet. I mean, sure, a little kid, yeah. The boogeyman's always in the closet or under the bed.
The crazy thing about it is that normally, and we were talking about this, I said, normally it's the young ones that are more observant. They pick things out more. But in this instance, it was the older kids that were more in tune to it. But
yeah,
it could be that this, the little ones have been told, don't worry, it's it's your imagination. Push. And the older kids are like, oh, I know this. This is not my imagination.
Right.
So
well, it could be too that the littles didn't find it threatening.
Right.
I mean, it's a boy.
That was kind of another thing that we kind of established, that it wasn't, whatever was there wasn't exactly menacing.
Yeah, it's
was
not
just
malevolent.
there.
It's just there and mischievous.
They didn't feel threatened by it, so it was just kind of like, all right,
right,
whatever.
Yeah, just a playful kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's probably very bored after a long time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd be bored in a closet after 200 years. God.
Yeah, I mean, if the only entertainment you have in a house is running back and forth, that's pretty bad. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'd be pulling people's hair, pushing them down the steps, everything else.
Tripping them, throwing Legos out,
Yeah, if I ever become a ghost, people better watch out.
You're going to throw out the clear Legos, aren't you? Nobody will see it coming.
Glitter everywhere. Because glitter is forever.
Glitter bombs. They will last your entire life.
Yeah.
And beyond.
That's like Andrea at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Are you one of those?
Yes.
Glitter in everything and on everything.
Hey, if it sparkles, just can't help myself.
I hate putting up a tree and taking it down. Hate it.
I don't have, because of that, I don't have a whole lot now of the ornaments that have the loose glitter. It's just like the little signs that say Merry Christmas.
And then those long things that you stab in the tree.
And who
I picked those
decided?
out.
Exactly.
Yeah. They were cool, but I didn't know they were glitter until I...
Oh my gosh, are you serious? They were shiny.
So
They
is,
sparkled.
Shiny doesn't
so
mean
is
glitter.
foil.
They were sparkly. They glistened like jazz hands.
They glisten.
They glistened.
I like the fact that you have to stab it into the tree.
That's so pretty. I have to stab it.
No, glitter is something I only include for people I don't like.
Birthday cards, There
is someone I'd like to send a glitter bomb to, but, I'm nicer than that.
Glitter bomb.
Good idea.
Glitter bomb.
There's a company that will actually do that for you anonymously.
Dude,
Really?
I'm hitting them
Yes.
up. There
Yeah.
are so many people.
All right.
But I love you all. Y'all are my favorite.
Yeah.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For real. But,
She said that with an evil grin, y'all. Just say.
she totally did.
It was sweet and southern. I have to play sweet tea.
No. No, you're only smiling because the braces make you.
It's only part of it.
Yeah, and again, this week, no sweet tea, no LG, no Mike.
No Steve.
No Steve.
Everybody's busy. That whole
Or
work
working.
thing.
Yeah. And Amy's getting attacked by Blue.
Yeah,
I like that Blue has a little bald head
Yeah.
and then a mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like an old man and young
Weird
man at the same time.
A weird Ewok thing.
He needs his old man ponytail going on.
Trust me, it'll happen.
Oh, dear God.
He's going to come out with a mullet tail.
Jeez.
A mullet tail. I
But,
saw that at Walmart once.
In the Halloween aisle?
No, it was a customer.
No, it was. And it was a sweet, sweet, sweet braided mullet tail that went down to her knees.
Wow.
Her.
Oh, so she had the
Yeah.
business in front, party in the back?
Yes, she did.
Wow. That's funny.
I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll show you
Nice.
when I find
You
it.
can put that one on our Facebook page,
That
too.
is freaking tastic.
Yeah.
It's something you only see at Walmart.
That's true.
All right, so we're going to keep you on retainer
Okay.
for this stuff, because we get a lot of stuff like this where the people want a house cleanse or a business. And, before we were using a girl who was amazing, but she was scared by it, so
There's not a whole lot that scares me.
she was scared by it. She did an amazing job, but she'd want to go on investigations with us, and she would cleanse herself and protect herself to the point that we would have activity up until the minute she got there.
Yeah,
and then
you
everything
can't-
was
you can't.
gone.
You should cleanse yourself after.
Yeah.
Yeah, then and it was unfortunate, but it was such a deterrent that we'd go to these places that have mass claims, and when we get there, it's like
Nothing would happen.
Yeah.
because
Or
it
we-
was just
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause,
just
I mean, we
so
would-
much cleansing that it just pushed everything away. But then it was like as soon as we left, it was like
Well, the last house that we did with her, she cleansed afterwards, and they never experienced anything else.
Yeah.
She did an amazing job. But just to let you know how it was, like, we got there like 3 hours before she did. Investigated for 3 hours. In that 3 hours, we got like 6 EVPs.
Oh, wow.
We had our mail meter set up with. We have one of our mail meters has shadow detection on it, so you set it up on a tripod, and then on the other end of the hall, you got this little receiver, and so it's basically like a laser. And
anything that walks
anything
through
that
it.
walks through it sounds an alarm. We were getting that as soon as she got there. shit
Everything stopped.
Yeah.
It actually amazed me that that was actually possible, that somebody could cleanse themselves so
And protect-
much and
cleanse and
protect
protect
themselves
yourself.
so much that it just exudes.
So what happens is when you're cleansing yourself and you're doing various things to protect yourself, you're changing your frequency. And if you do that before you go into a place, you're changing the frequency of the area around you while you're there as well. Particularly if you're doing a lot for it.
Right.
You're changing your entire body's frequency. So you're going in ready to find things, and everything is hiding because the frequency is different now.
It's almost like one of those bug repellents where
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
turned to deflect
Like
the bugs.
Like the rodent repellent things. It sounds
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the little
Yeah, that's
sound that you
Sonic,
can't hear.
yeah.
And so it's just like that. Like plugged in, you're just totally deflecting absolutely everything because your frequency is just on high.
It's like turning on a 1,000,000-watt candle light bulb in
Right.
a dark room.
Yeah.
I mean, that totally makes sense.
Totally does.
But yeah, that was quite interesting. And she was also a medium, and she had told us that she could go to
very empathic.
very empathic, and she would have trouble going to the store.
Yeah, she said she hated going to Walmart.
She
She'd be
needs
in
to learn to
line.
block it.
Yeah.
She
Well, and and that was kind of another another thing that we had to deal with, was because I know you want to go and investigate these really big haunted locations, but I was literally scared for her, because if she had a problem going into Walmart, imagine going into
Waverly Hills.
where there's thousands of deaths and all this stuff, and being bombarded by all that. I was scared for her, and I was like, I don't feel good allowing that, because that's on. I would feel that's on us,
Right.
I mean, and she got mad at us.
She
and
did.
She hasn't spoke with us since. But I mean,
But she did an amazing job,
yeah, she did
cleansing.
an amazing job at it. And
She had a gift, and she did. Another thing,
It sounds like she's very gifted,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
she needs to learn to focus on blocking
right?
the energy that she doesn't want.
Now there is one thing that was absolutely amazing too, was that she did a walk around that one
the property.
client's property, and she was like, "There's a really big hole under your house," And they were like, well, yeah, we've got a well. And she's like, no, it's big, like massive. Like, I don't even know how your house is still standing and not in this massive hole. And she was like, oh, well, that's kind of crazy. We'll have to check on that. Well, the homeowner ended up starting to sell the house. Mm-hmm. Well, they had somebody come out to check their well. Well, the well was like 440 feet down.
Right.
The people that check it went down 775 feet down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is unbelievable how big this hole is.
So another
this well.
football field down
Yeah.
And they were
compared to what they thought it was.
They were amazed.
That's insane.
And the homeowner called me and was like, I don't know what to say about this,
Right.
but she was
spot on.
she was so spot on.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, just, being able to catch stuff like that, that's just unbelievable. But I mean, I think when you have those gifts, you do have to kind of figure out the use and how to, put up these guards and,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the gifts.
Well, a lot of times it's just it's a focus thing.
Right.
Like how you can cook dinner, talk on the phone, and watch TV at the same time. Which one are you paying attention to? Hopefully the person you're talking to the phone on, but and the dinner.
I'm cooking.
But it's about focusing on what's more important to you in the moment and learning to block the rest of it out. Like, you're watching a TV show and your kids are arguing in the next room.
You totally ignore the kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you totally ignore the kids.
Ignore them.
Especially if they're teenagers and they're
Yes.
just squabbling over
You're
stupid
like,
stuff.
pipe down. I'm watching my show.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Just the way bus drivers can drive and do their thing while they've got a busload of noisy kids.
See,
I could not be a bus driver.
No,
I couldn't either.
I would run off a cliff.
I would
Probably
be
frowned upon.
I would probably just
I would
park in the
never
middle of the
see
road and walk away and never be seen again.
Done.
At the first run, and I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah. Mad props to the bus drivers around here because they got some ratty
Yeah,
kids
because I would be calling an Uber.
to drive the bus back.
No, they could find their own way almost to get me back.
Give me your car. You take the bus with the kids.
But we're coming up on an hour, so
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
yeah,
Absolutely, anytime.
It was fun. I enjoyed my day today.
we're gonna have
I did
to.
too.
We're
I
gonna
really
have to
did
get
too.
this set up so she can meet the rest of the team,
Absolutely.
and
They're going to love her.
yeah, and
I mean, who doesn't love me? Come on.
Exactly.
There-
See, that's what I'm...
There's one or two people, but do they really matter?
No, they
Exactly.
don't. We ignore those people.
I love me enough for everybody else.
There you
there
go.
you go. Yeah,
That's enough.
Yeah. I can love me like no one else can love me.
We don't want to talk
That
about it.
sounds bad. That is not what we're
Maybe.
talking about.
I mean, I'm sure it's true, but not appropriate.
You do you, son. You do you.
Wait,
He's been
what?
doing it his whole
What?
lifetime.
Yeah,
He's been doing him his whole lifetime.
It's true.
we all have.
Yes.
Yes, we have. But thank you for taking the time today and going down there and
Absolutely.
helping them, and then taking the time out of your evening to come and do this.
Because I know you were
course.
busy.
I
Yes.
mean, I actually have a 3-day weekend right now, and I'm in the middle of it and
Me
enjoying
too.
it.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare, but it's really nice.
Hey.
Yeah, my
Eat it
overtime
up.
was canceled this weekend, so I was off yesterday and today and tomorrow.
Nice.
Just got today and tomorrow.
Well,
Well,
you're
you
special.
work till noon on Friday, so it's not
I
even like
still
really
have to
work.
get up and take the boys to school and still go to work.
You only work till noon on Fridays?
Yeah,
You lucky.
for real.
Lucky.
I'm telling you, I have a fantastic job that I love.
And you don't
She's like-
actually have to deal with the public either, do you?
Not much.
Not
no.
on a regular basis. Every now and then I do, but not too often.
How do I get to be you?
Join me on the dark
Actually,
side.
I'm kidding. I love my job.
I would love your job too. If I wasn't doing my job, then I would do your job.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like
She
my
works
job.
with makeup.
Yeah, I work with asbestos.
Kind of the same
don't,
thing.
I don't envy you. I've been there and done that. On the sampling side of that, it's not fun.
Yeah, no, see, I'm up, in lifts and all that, abating it. So,
Yuck.
yeah,
No,
but it pays the bills.
that's true.
That's important.
We'll take the job that pays the bills.
Yeah, because I could do this and not make shit
That's true.
and love my job.
Yeah.
But yeah.
One of these days, babe.
Yeah, one of these days.
Aspire.
And speaking of which, if you guys want to go on our website at www.easttnghostseekers.org, I'm got up some links of some really cool books to do with ghosts and the paranormal and all different kinds of cool stories. And if you buy them from our link, that helps us support this podcast just a little bit. But you guys know it. This stuff's not free. So.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Nothing ever is.
No.
But check that out, and getting ready to have links to our equipment. So you can go on and you can buy some of the equipment like we have if you're interested in doing the whole paranormal thing. And check out the videos, check out everything. If you listen to us on iTunes, or what is it? It's not iTunes anymore. It's Apple Podcast. Go on, rate us, give us a review. Totally appreciate that. And
This little bald dog loves me now until I stand up.
then
Yeah.
he'll bark like crazy.
Like us, share us, love us, rate us.
Yeah. And if you have an idea for a podcast you would like to hear, be sure and let us know. You can call us at 865-264-0448. Record your message, letting us know what you would like to hear us talk about. Or if you have a story that you want to share, leave it on there, and we will play it on an upcoming episode of Paratalk.
Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, we have ideas,
We
but
have plenty. And if you would like to be interviewed on Paratalk, let us know, and we'll get it scheduled.
bring it.
Bring it. Anybody in the paranormal field. It doesn't have to deal with ghosts. Just because that's what we are experienced in. If you do the Sasquatch thing, or you do
UFOs.
Oh,
He is so waiting on somebody to be able to interview somebody that is into the UFOs.
Yes.
I've seen
the
them.
extraterrestrials.
You've seen them?
Yes.
Okay, on an upcoming episode of Paratalk.
With Amy.
Yes, because I'm so into that, and that's the one. I mean, we have interviewed the Sasquatch hunter. We've interviewed mediums, psychics, authors, inventors, but I haven't got to interview anybody in the UFO field yet. So, yeah.
He's just dying
Gosh,
to discuss the aliens.
have you seen Project Blue Book yet?
I have not.
Oh my god,
I've heard it's good.
It's freaking amazing.
I still haven't.
Yeah.
He watches things and then he's like, "Oh my gosh, you should see this," and I'm like, "But you already saw it." I'll watch it
You
again.
watched it without me.
He
But
does
I'll watch
that.
it again.
He does it all the time.
I'm not that guy that's like, oh, I've seen it, I don't want to see it again. No, I don't care what it is, I'll watch it again. If I hadn't went back and watched Haven, you'd have never got into it.
That's true.
So-
Man, I missed that show. We should rewatch that.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Haven?
No, I can't say that I did.
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
All right, guys. So,
Squirrel.
yeah. So for Paratalk, I'm Steven.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Amy. Don't play with Ouija boards, kids. There's demons in there.
Good one. All right, you guys. We will see you next week, and enjoy.
That's all, folks.
You've been listening to Paratalk with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. If you have a question or comment about the show you've just heard, or you have an experience to share, or you need to contact us concerning an investigation, feel free to email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. That's 865-264-0448. We invite you to find and like the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit us online at easttnghostseekers.org. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Paratalk.